and welcome to the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Alexa Dad, and today we have a very special guest. Mets pitcher Jacob deGrom is going to join us in just a few short minutes. We are so excited to have him on the show. I know you're excited to have him too. You have a ton of questions you have lined up. So the way to get those questions to us is to tweet them using hashtag Chatting Cage so we can see those. And I got my laptop open so we can ask him those questions. Or you can sign in or sign up below. Just click the button and you can ask him live right here in the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. So two ways to get those questions to Jacob deGrom. Let's go ahead and welcome Jacob to the show right now. Hey, Jacob, good to see you. It's been a while. Welcome to the Edward
Alexa.
Jones Chatting Cage.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're super psyched to have you. We got a whole list of questions here from a ton of fans. So let's go ahead and jump in with Dylan, who said, did you approach this season different than any other season? And did you see this type of dominant season for yourself before it all started?
I approached it pretty much how I do every season. I got to looking back at last season, and there were a couple starts where I let things get out of hand. I had two starts where I gave up 7, then 8 runs, and I looked back at those and tried to figure out a way to eliminate those. I got frustrated in those starts and kind of let things speed up on me. So, when I get runners on, I kind of take a second, step off, and refocus and concentrate on the pitch that I'm about to make.
You're in that Cy Young conversation, and I know there's been a lot of talk about it. Gerald has been talking about it on Twitter, too. If you were to win the Cy Young, who's that first phone call that you would pick up and make?
Well, my wife would probably be with me. I'd probably tell her first, and then after that I would probably call my dad and tell him.
How special of a moment would that be for you?
That'd be very special. I still play catch with my dad in the off season, so it'd be very special to make that phone call.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a huge bond between father and son there. All right, we got a fan here live in the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Hey, what's your name? What's your question for Jacob?
My name is Ethan. I was wondering, what has it meant to play with David Wright, and what will you miss most about playing with him once his career is over, or at least he's medically ineligible to play after this season? Thank you.
It meant a lot being able to play with him. The guy's a true professional on and off the field. He's a great guy to be around, a great guy to have in the clubhouse. Definitely going to be missed. He's a guy I look up to. And I'm very fortunate that I was able to play with him, and he's really going to be missed.
Yeah, absolutely. David Wright is definitely the captain of the Mets there, and a guy that a lot of people think very fondly of. My time with him, covering him, was pretty special for sure. As we head back to Twitter, Phil wants to know, where did your love for lifted trucks come from, Jacob?
I'm not really sure. My first vehicle was a single cab 97 Dodge Ram, and I ended up lifting it, and ever since then, I've just enjoyed them. Growing up, my dad always had a truck, so I think that's probably where it came from. Just driving, something about having a truck. There's just something about it.
So wait, Austin and I have the same question. Do your wife and kids go in the car with you, or are you solo?
No, they go with me. It's a little tough getting the kids in one of my trucks, but not all of them are lifted that high, so. We normally take the ones that are not lifted as much whenever they're riding with me.
How many do you have?
I have 4 now.
Wow, you got a whole collection there. I love it. We got a fan here in the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Hey, what's your name and what's your question?
Hey, my name is Larry. Hey, Jacob, what's your pregame food ritual? Anything you like to eat before a big game?
The day I pitch, I have a hard time eating. I used to eat Chipotle a lot before I pitch, but I kind of got away from that. I just kind of eat what's available in the clubhouse. A lot of times it's just a sandwich, and I have a hard time eating. But once I start pitching during the game, I'm really hungry, so I'll eat normally a snack in the dugout during the game.
What's your go-to snack?
They have like some protein bars or something. I'll eat one of those, or some trail mix, something like that.
All right, sticking with the theme of food, James says, what's your go-to fast food order? So on days when you're not pitching and you're starving, when you go to a local fast food joint, what's your order?
McDonald's, I either get a Big Mac with 2 double cheeseburgers, a large fry, and a large Coke, or I'll go 3 double cheeseburgers, large fry, large Coke.
Wow. That's a pretty hefty meal. I absolutely love it, and delicious on top of it. Plus, you burn off the calories, so it makes it all worth it. All right, Mets fan 614 here has the burning question of the day, and I feel like we all want to know this. Any plans to grow back your hair in the future?
No plans. It's been a lot nicer having short hair. It's just way easier. It's not always in my face. I don't always have to wear a hat, so I have no plans of bringing it back.
Plus, you cut down on having to put any sort of styling cream or spray in it, too, so that helps.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, time getting ready. We got a fan here in the Edward Jones chatting cage. Hey, what's your name and question for Jacob?
Hi, my name is Daniel, and my question is, how do you think that your win-loss record will affect your chance for Cy Young?
I'm not sure. That's kind of up to the people who vote for it, which are the writers. Of course, you want to win baseball games as a pitcher, but that's kind of out of your control. I feel like every game that I've pitched this year, it's been pretty close, and we've been in it. And, we just haven't been able to win some of those close games. And, that's just kind of how this season went. And, yeah, I'd like to have more wins, but that's just not the way it went.
Jacob, that leads us to our EDJ question of the day. In 2014, you were the NL Rookie of the Year. What would adding a Cy Young and that hardware up on the mantle mean to you?
It would mean a lot. I definitely wish the team was in a different position, but, you set out personal goals as well, and I think every pitcher, that is one of their personal goals, is to win a Cy Young. It's what we do, and, it's kind of an award for saying that you were one of the best that year. So it's a personal achievement. Like I said, I wish we were, as a team, in a different position, but it would mean a lot to me.
Well, good luck. We're certainly rooting for you, that's for sure. Heading back to Twitter, Patrick wants to know if you could pitch to any batter in Major League history, who would you want to have faced in either in this era or in previous baseball eras?
Well, that's tough to say. I would like to face Chipper Jones. I grew up a fan of his. He was from close to where I'm from. Grew up watching him. Just feel like that would have been kind of fun. And then, got to be Babe Ruth, someone like that. Just an all-time great hitter.
Love that. Yeah, and a Hall of Famer. We got a fan here in the Edward Jones chat in case he wants to talk to you. Hey, what's your name and question for Jacob?
Yeah, how you doing? My name is Lewis. First of all, congrats, Jacob, on the season. Congrats on the excellent outing against my team, the Red Sox. I wanted to ask you, if you had to pick one, it's probably hard, but who's the toughest hitter that you've had to face so far?
Toughest hitter. It kind of depends. It's depended on the year for me. There's some times where, Freddie Freeman seems like a tough at bat. He's a really good hitter, hit the ball all over the field. Daniel Murphy, he doesn't strike out much. Guys like that seem to be tough at bats for me. They get up there and foul a lot of pitches off and really make you make a quality pitch. I feel like guys that don't strike out, those have to be the toughest for me.
Jacob, you do a good job talking about yourself, but you do a better job talking about your teammates. I know that is a little bit more up your alley. So Kyla has a question for you. We've seen pitchers rake, especially on the Mets this year. Who would win in a home run derby between you and some of the other guys there on the staff?
Well, right now I got to take Steven Matz. 2 homers in 2 games. So I guess he'd be my pick right now. But out of the game situation, Noah can hit the ball a long way. So it'd be interesting. Noah or Steven in a home run derby. I think I'm going with Steven.
Well, I saw some footage the other day of you hitting a home run back in college off Chris Sale. So how would you fare in that home run derby?
I got lucky that day. He hit my bat. He was throwing pretty hard, and it just happened to hit my bat. I think those guys would take me in a home run derby.
All right, you're a humble guy. I like that. Mark wants to know, who's the better fisherman? How about that between you and Steven Matz?
I'm taking that one. Yeah, I'm going to have to say I'm going to win in a fishing tournament, me or Steven.
How excited are you to get back on the water?
I'm excited. I enjoy. Ever since I was young, I've enjoyed fishing. Enjoy hunting. Grew up doing it, and just it's just a good time. And like I said, I wish we were playing in October, but it didn't work out that way this year. And I'm looking forward to getting out on the lake.
Yeah, it's the second best thing, that's for sure. And it's not a terrible consolation prize. All right, so we got another fan here in the Edward Jones chatting cage. Hey, what's your name and question for Jacob?
Hi, my name is Nick O'Leary from New York, and my question for you, Jacob, is what's your favorite part about Queens?
Favorite part about Queens has to be showing up to Citi Field. I love pitching in front of Mets fans, and that's really all I know. I've been fortunate enough to be a Met so far my whole career, and the fans have been great to me, and I really enjoy showing up to the ballpark every day and putting on that uniform and being able to go out there in front of the fans.
Justin wants to know why you didn't put deGrominator on your Players Weekend jersey, and I want to know the exact same thing.
That's nobody calls me that. Really, inside the clubhouse, pretty much everybody calls me Jacob or Jake or deGrom. So I don't really have a nickname, and so I just didn't go with it.
All right, maybe we can get it to catch on, and you can put it on your jersey in the future for Players Weekends for years to come here in the big leagues. We got another fan here in the Edward Jones chatting cage. Hey, what's your name and question for Jacob?
Hey, Jake, it's Amit here. You have Captain America and Thor on your team. Who's your favorite superhero?
I don't really have one, honestly. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Growing up, I was outside most of the time and never really into watching that much TV, so never really grew up with a favorite superhero.
So does that mean I can't ask you Chris's question, your favorite movie, or are you a movie guy?
Favorite movie? You can ask me that.
Okay.
I enjoy Oh Brother, We're Out. I don't even know how to say it all.
Right.
For some reason, that movie cracks me up. So anytime it's on, I watch it.
Love that. Yeah, George Clooney, I think, is in that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Do you have any baseball memorabilia that stands out to you, Jacob, that you maybe have in your house or maybe your dad has in his place? Because Peyton is asking that on Twitter.
Favorite baseball memorabilia? It has to be all from when I was in the big leagues. It has to be, my first hit, my first strikeout. I got my jersey for my first win, the All-Star Game stuff, Rookie of the Year trophy, all just the stuff that I've kind of got while I was in the big leagues. That really means a lot to me, and I've been very fortunate, to be able to play this game.
Love it. We got another fan here live in the Edward Jones chatting cage. Hey, what's your name and question for Jacob?
Hello, I am Daniel from South Jersey. My question for you is, what is your best baseball advice?
Best baseball advice. Anytime you take the field, practice, anything, give 100%. That was a big thing when I was growing up with, my dad and my coaches was as long as you can look yourself in the mirror after a game or practice or anything you do, that you gave 100%, that's all you can do. That's all anybody can ask. Errors, not getting hits, it's all part of the game. But as long as you were out there giving it your best, that's all you can do. And continue to work hard and try to get better every day.
That is excellent advice. Jacob deGrom, you had an amazing season, and congratulations on that. And we look forward to many more awesome times for you here in the future. Appreciate you joining us here in the Edward Jones chatting cage.
Thank you, Alexa.
All right, and thank you to the fans for joining. We're going to have more Edward Jones chatting cages coming up, but we appreciate you submitting your questions. I'm Alexa. We'll see you next time.